Sir, would you do me a favor, please? Would you let council, Mr. Reagan, whoever know that we need camera one, if you could go to camera two, and then let them know that we're ready to start whenever they are. Thank you. Oh, and I don't, this Claudia, this guy, he's been calling. I don't know if you talked to him. Yeah. Good afternoon, Council. How are you, sir?
Ready to blow through this list, you know.
I like to hear that. Just waiting on. No, second try. She cleaned it for us. Thank you, officer. Good afternoon, DDC. At your pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you. We can wait till they get on. We let them know. Number 9. And that's Gary Jones. Oh. Is he calling in now? Do you know? Okay, thank you. You throw it away. We have counsel for number 9, Burks. Otherwise, at your pleasure, please. Council's ready on number 7, Terrence Burks. Number 9, I apologize, 9, Terrence Burks. We're ready on that. After that, we have all the files, and so just whoever's been interviewed. And you think Glover has retained counsel?
Number 7 is Greg Glover. I believe he has retained counsel.
You're not going to say they're adding.
What? What are they adding now? Are they? Or you got what?
I don't know who it is, but Kim. You always call that their master?
That's up to you. We do have a cutoff, and I think that's at CCW that we just signed, and the cutoff is 1:30. Yeah, call back and tell them. Okay. I don't care. It's up to you, but you guys make the call. Good afternoon, Council.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
You have Mr. Burks?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, just hold tight, sir. DDC's grabbing that gentleman hopefully first, and we'll take care of him as soon as he gets on screen.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
There you go. You walked him out. How you doing?
That's him, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, Mr. Burks. Please state your name, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Terrence Burks, sir.
Thank you. And you're here for case 200612226, People's State of Michigan versus Terrence Dwight Burks. Counsel, your appearance.
Your Honor, may it please this honorable court, Gary Jones, P number 56072, appearing on behalf of Terrence Burke. Your Honor, for the purposes of arraignment, he would stand mute and waive formal reading.
Thank you. Court waive formal reading and a plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court date in a moment as to bond, counsel.
Your Honor, I'm requesting a personal bond, even though this case is assaultive in nature. Your Honor, there's some unique circumstances with respect to this case. This gentleman is 34 years of age. With respect to criminal history, I do know that he had a diversion back when, but he had no criminal history. My understanding from all of the videos that I've received from neighbors is that this young man was coming back from a store, that he pulled into his driveway, and that, Your Honor, even though he's charged with resisting obstructing, there's an allegation that the officers assaulted him. Judge, this young man has his own business. He's been in the community all of his life. He's not a flight risk. Judge, I'm requesting a nominal bond or a personal bond.
Thank you, counsel. The court is going to schedule 2 court dates, counsel. A probable cause conference, October the 21st. Mr. Burks, you have a right to a preliminary examination, October the 28th, both 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Mr. Burks, your counsel has advocated well on your behalf, and the court takes into consideration the information he presented, your ties to the community, the lack of capious history the court's aware of. This is a very serious assaultive allegation. The court takes into consideration the information alleged in the investigator's report, current epidemic facing the nation, as well as employment status as relates to ability to post bond. During this bond, sir, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Is that understood? No weapons.
Yes, sir.
Then there's to be absolutely no driving. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
And counsel, what was his employment status?
Well, Judge, my understanding is he owns a scrapping company. He's got a
Thank you.
scrapping business. So
That's what I thought. You mentioned owning a business, and the court takes in consideration, as stated, the employment status as relates to ability to post bond. Mr. Burks, it's very important you listen to the court. No driving, no weapons. Given your prior criminal convictions, the serious nature of these charging information placed on the record and presented by counsel, bond on this matter will be set in the amount $2,510%. That's a $250 bond, Mr. Burks. Anything further, counsel?
no, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir, to you both.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good. Thank you, DDC.
No, Senator Burks. Someone. We do not have a Gutierrez here, Your Honor.
Oh, no Gutierrez?
No, he's the gentleman carrying COVID, and he's not here.
Okay, it's Guadalupe Gutierrez. I'll see if there's any aliases that we have on the gentleman. No alias. What? Gutierrez Guadalupe, we have an alias. It's spelled with a Z, Gutierrez, last name Guadalupe, Guadalupe.
No, he's not here. The last time he was
Okay,
here was on.
Thank you. I appreciate that, DDC. So this guy is not here per DDC. The top one. So what do you want to do, Dad? As far as that add-on, it's up to y'all. I'll have your back for whatever you guys want to do. Doesn't matter. Well then no, because we have a cutoff. You haven't even taken a break the entire time. If it's a CCW, then we're doing a cutoff. Then no. Claudia, if it's a CCW, then they can.
Marty Woodard.
Good afternoon, Mr. Woodard.
How you doing today?
Well, thanks for asking. I hope you're well too. You're here for case 200-61219, People's State of Michigan versus Marty Dennis Woodard, also known as Marty Dennis Woodard, counsel.
Brian Brown, on behalf of Mr. Marty Woodard, we agree to you. Mr. Woodard has been advised of his constitutional rights.
Court wait formal reading under plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court dates in a moment as to bond, brother counsel.
Brian Brown, Mr. Woodard is 28 years old, a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. Maintains that he's completed up to 12th grade, Your Honor, in high school. He's not on probation or parole this time. Unfortunately, he is unemployed, so I'm asking the court to keep that in consideration with respect to the ability to post counsel's fine. We would ask the court to consider setting a personal bond for Mr. Woodard.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Woodard, that's not all accurate, is it? You're on probation for an aggravated assault in Warren, correct?
Yes. I haven't seen that probation in a while.
Your Honor, we were advised by Mr. Woodard that.
Oh, no, I understand. You get the information you're provided with, and I appreciate that. And I just had additional information that you didn't have. I do not think that you misrepresented, never do. Mr. Woodard, that's concerning to the court, sir, that you were on probation for an assaultive crime, and then you picked up an allegation of this nature, and that's very concerning to the court. The court is going to enter a not guilty plea and schedule 2 court dates, Mr. Woodard, that you must attend them both. A probable cause conference Wednesday, October the 21st. You have a right to a preliminary examination the following Wednesday, October 28th. Both 8:30 a.m. 36th District Court in front of Judge King. Both of those hearings will be heard via Zoom, Mr. Woodard. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect, but it's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Woodard, the court considers the fact that you're on probation for an assaultive conviction while you picked up this allegation as stated by yourself. The court considers the ties to the community, your information provided by counsel, current epidemic facing the nation, employment status as it relates to the ability to postpone, as well as the allegations set forth in the investigator's report, and as stated, a serious assaultive allegation before the court. Mr. Woodard, during this bond, sir, you are not to purchase or possess. No purchasing or possessing a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Is that clear?
I've been around firearms for years.
Sir, it's a yes or no, it's a yes or no question, Mr. Woodard. Only respond yes or no.
That was your attorney speaking. You are being recorded, sir, so that's maybe the reason he said that. But go ahead, sir. Do you understand no weapons?
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Woodard, take into consideration the information placed on the record. The allegation was a serious assaultive allegation, and the fact you're on probation as stated for an assaultive conviction. Bond on this matter will be set in the amount. $2,500, 10%. That's $250, Mr. Woodard. Make sure and make your court date. No weapons. Good luck, sir.
Okay.
Well,
Bond it out. You see right back in there, bro?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Found out yesterday, so she doesn't know why.
I don't know which
I still
one.
don't have the file yet.
Which one?
The one that I told you that they were gonna add on.
And he's already timed out? Well, then release him. Or do what they got to do. But if he's already timed out and they didn't submit it in time to get it to our docket, then we're not going to handle it today. And if he's timed out, according to her, then I don't know why they would be holding, unless he's got hold. But Claudia. Good afternoon. Your name?
My name is Julius Lewis, sir. How are you today?
Thank you. Well, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing it.
What's your name again? Julius Lewis? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lewis. Okay, you're here for 2006123 People State of Michigan versus Julius Lavard Lewis, counsel.
Fred Murad on behalf of Mr. Julius Lewis, we will
Thank you, sir. The court will waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Lewis, the court's scheduling 2 court dates, sir. You must attend them both. Probable cause conference on October the 26th, which is a Monday. You have a right to a preliminary examination the following Monday, November the 2nd. They're both at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. Both of those hearings will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect if you're able to make bond, but it's your responsibility to connect for those hearings on time. Do you understand?
Absolutely, sir.
Thank you, sir. Not guilty is entered as to bond.
Your Honor, Mr. Lewis is a 51-year-old lifetime resident of the city of Detroit. Your Honor, he was gainfully employed with construction. I believe the complaining witness in this matter is his employer at the construction company. Further, Your Honor, I collected this information between I do see an armed robbery charge, and I know the court's policy is typically to go with a high cash bond here, but I also do know the lack of a felony firearm charge, or a felony possession charge, or a concealed weapon charge. So I'm not aware of any alleged dangerous weapon that was allegedly used. Further, as to Mr. Lewis's previous convictions, it does look like he did have an assault conviction in 2001, armed robbery conviction on Florida, Florida. Your Honor, estimate consider the fact that it's been approximately 19 years since Mr. Lewis has been convicted of any crime, not only COVID, and he also has been granted as a and I understand that it is sad that he doesn't belong with the dogs. There's very little both of their people there right now. He is concerned, and I understand that again, the lack of being charged with possessing and contraband with respect to the dangerous weapons and the agency provisions, along with Mr. Lewis's ties to the community. I want to personal moderation
Thank you. And Mr. Our counsel, you said that this was possibly allegation took place at his place of employment. Is he still employed there? Is he unemployed currently?
I'm assuming he's unemployed, Your Honor, because he's been planning, but I'm not sure.
I assume the same. Are you currently working, Mr. Lewis, or are you unemployed right now at today's date?
I'm currently working for K&S Construction. The prior job that I had was where I'm being charged with right now.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. I appreciate that. I'll take, because the court takes into consideration a number of things, Mr. Lewis, upon imposition of bond. One, what the reason for that question is the court considers your current employment status as it relates to the ability to post bond. This is a very serious assaultive allegation, Mr. Lewis, and the court considers the information alleged in the investigator's report, which is not limited to the allegation of you pointing a 38 caliber handgun at the alleged victim, demanding money from his pockets, and allegedly taking not only that but other property from his person, and allegedly shoving the victim against the wall, allegedly walking out of the location backwards while pointing the handgun at the victim, and so forth, which is very concerning allegation, and gives the court concern not only the safety of the public, but specifically the safety of Mr. Broderick Walton. Court notes that you've had prior felony conviction, including a conviction for an armed robbery, and the court notes the nature and the age of that matter. The court takes into consideration your ties to the community, current epidemic facing the nation, and as stated, your employment status as it relates to ability to post bond. Mr. Lewis, during this bond, sir, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. And do not go back to the area of 13535 Van Dyke, Detroit, Michigan, auto repair shop. Is that understood?
Yes, sir. Can I make a statement when you're done, sir?
Yeah, yes, you absolutely can, but counsel might want to speak to that first.
Mr. Lewis, you are being recorded. Please do not talk about what allegedly happened or what Mr.
No, I'm not. I won't, sir. Absolutely.
The only thing that you shouldn't be asking any questions about or making any statements about is your bond amount, which is you and your court date.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That was from your attorney. And Mr. Lewis, also during this bond, there's absolutely no contract with Broderick Walton. No contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally in writing through a third person at his place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Is that clear?
Absolutely clear, sir.
Thank you.
I just have one question. And when you're done, sir.
Whatever. Well, I'm not done, but go with your question if you like.
No, I'm gonna wait till you're done. You're the boss. I'm listening to you, sir. I apologize for.
Well, Mr. Lewis, I appreciate the candor, sir, but me being finished means that the bond has been set, and I would imagine that you want to make a statement before I give bond. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so that's why I go ahead, if anything, but mind you, counsel has advised you, as stated on the record, you are being recorded. Anything you say will be used against you. So
absolutely.
Go ahead with anything.
What I'm trying to state is to you, Your Honor, I have 2 dogs in my home. I live by myself. Is there any way during this bond proceeding that you will allow me a tether bond to where I have a curfew or something, because I have all these assets at my house and live animals and stuff like that, and I want to tend to them. It's been 3 days. They haven't eaten anything. They haven't drinking anything, and I'm the only person who has a key or anything. I have no family to help me with any type of money, to get out, so I'm really asking for a teller bond, and I will comply with everything you state. It's not a problem. I want to be able to keep my job and go to work because I need as much money as I can get right now because I'm facing these allegations. And all I'm trying to do is do what you stated. It's been 20 years pertaining to any type of serious offense or anything. It was just a total misunderstanding, and this court proceedings go on. Hopefully this will be, resolved, but it's not as it states. But I would like to state, can I please, I am begging you, so I can at least relieve my animals in 7 days, a week, I'll even return. That's not the problem. I don't want to do this harm to the animals. I don't want to do nothing wrong as far as my household. I live strictly by myself, sir. It's all I'm asking for is a tether bond. Whatever it takes to pay for, I'll try to come up with the money from my job to pay for it every week or every month and to court. I'm just asking for assistance. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. I appreciate that. And then the court considers the information you provided as well as counsel. But as stated, the court's concerned not only regarding the serious nature of these allegations, not only regarding your prior criminal convictions, but the nature of this charge and the information alleged in the investigator's report is extremely concerning. And the court also takes consideration the allegation or the information on count 1, which is allegedly a life offense. For those reasons, bond on this matter is set in the amount $170,000 cash surety.
See, what does that mean?
If I may.
1 second. Yep.
Inquire as to why there have been no charges.
I'm not the prosecutor. I don't know. I didn't bring the charges, so I couldn't answer. You're asking. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think I know what you're getting at. Is why is there not any additional charges relating to any allegations of firearms or anything else other than count 1? Kind of the argument that you made earlier. Right, and that's up to the people. I don't know why they brought the charges that they brought. It's 170,000 cash surety, sir. Good luck with everything. I hope it works out. Make sure and listen to the court. One moment, stand by.
Wrong way. Wrong way. Please, thank you. Judge Carlisle. Who? Judge Carlisle. Is that a warrant? No weapons. Weapons, no warrant. Go ahead, brother.
Thank you for everything. You're doing. There's nothing. I know you guys do a great job. I hope you understand the reason why. There's no mistake. Thank you, man. Appreciate everything you do. Okay. No. Unless. Thank you, DDC. I mean, but. Are we good with no? Thank you, officer. At your pleasure, sir. Good afternoon. Your name, please.
Drake Glover.
Thank you, Mr. Drake Glover.
Yes, sir.
What's that? Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a retained attorney, sir?
Yes.
You paid an attorney?
Yes.
Who is it?
Raymond Burkett.
I don't have an appearance in the file. I don't have a number for that gentleman. He hasn't called to notify the court. Do you want to go forward with house counsel, or do you want to see if our attorneys in-house can make a phone call to try to get your attorney, or how do you want to proceed, sir?
Yeah, you can make a phone call. I have his number.
Oh, you have his number?
Yes.
Counsel, do you want to take it down? Go ahead.
313-657-3726.
Okay, so Mr. Glover, the court or the attorney that is here representing individuals without counsel is going to do a solid for you, sir, and make that phone call. And if he's unable to reach the gentleman, or if he's not appearing, do you want the house counsel attorneys to represent you for today's purpose?
Yes.
Okay, so DDC, please step aside, or have Mr. Glover step aside. Counsel's going to make that phone call, and if he's not able to reach the gentleman, I guess he'll be interviewed by counsel. Thank you. You just want to give that number to somebody else?
Leave mask on, state your full name, sir.
Shale Omar Joshua.
Thank you, Mr. Joshua, and good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you. One moment, Mr. Joshua. Your attorney's grabbing some information, and he will be in one moment to represent you. Just hold tight, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for your patience, Mr. Joshua. He should be back in just a moment, sir. I hear him coming in right now, sir.
Not a problem, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, we'll just take care of it. He should have called it. Okay, so we'll just interview that gentleman. We need to get going. He can, let's see.
360-134-00.
Thank you, DDC. It appears that Mr. Glover does have retained counsel, and he's on his way. So we're going to handle Mr. Joshua first. I'll let you know when he appears. Thank you. This is case 2006123, People State of Michigan versus Omar Joshua, also known as Joshua Omar Joshua. Again, your name one more time, Mr. Joshua.
Omar Joshua.
Thank you, counsel.
Right around, we have Mr. Joshua. Wait for you, Mr. Joshua has been advised of his constitutional rights.
Court waive formal reading and plea of not guilty. We'll get court dates in a moment as to bond.
Yes, the bond, Ron. I'd like to know Mr. Joshua is a 33-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He's gainfully employed at Labor Ready. He maintains that he's not on probation or parole, Your Honor, that he does not know who the complainant is in this matter, not live with the complainant in this matter, so no issue with the no contact order. Your Honor, I'm unaware of his prior criminal history, or would ask the court to consider a personal bond in this matter.
Thank you. The court will waive formal reading and a plea of not guilty. Mr. Joshua, the court scheduling 2 court dates. You must attend them both. Probable cause conference, October the 22nd. You have a right to a preliminary examination, October the 29th, both at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. Mr. Joshua, both of those hearings will be heard via Zoom, sir. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect if you're able to make bond, but it's your responsibility to connect for those hearings on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. The court considers the information provided by counsel, the lack of criminal history or capious history the court's aware of. The court takes into consideration the very serious allegation before the court, as well as the information contained in the investigator's report, which is extremely concerning, giving rise to the safety of the alleged victim, Ms. Dea Mitchell. During this bond, sir, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Dea Mitchell. No contact, Mr. Joshua, means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact, understood?
Yes, sir.
And based on the serious allegations before the court and the nature of the charges, as well as the allegations set forth in the investigator's report, if you're able to make bond, you're to be fit with a GPS tether. Taking into consideration the ties to the community, the current epidemic facing the nation, your bond will be set $3,510%. That's $350, sir. Good luck, Mr. Joshua.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That counsel still has not appeared for Mr. Glover, so I'll let you know, DVC, when he does. Thank you, sir.
Anybody? Mr. Cole.
Appreciate it. And that was very nice of you to go through all that legwork. Appreciate you, counsel.
Yeah. State's full name.
Sean Michael Coles.
Thank you, Mr. Coles, and good afternoon, sir. You are here for case 200-61217, People State of Michigan versus Sean Michael Coles, counsel.
Right, Rob, and Mr. Cole, Mr. Cole's been advised of constitutional rights.
The court will, thank you, sir. The court will waive formal reading and enter a plea of not guilty, Mr. Coles, and the court scheduling a probable cause conference, sir, that you must attend Wednesday, November the 4th. That's 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. That hearing, Mr. Coles, will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for the hearing, but it's your responsibility to connect on time, understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered Esteban.
Mr. Coles is a 33-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He maintains that he is unemployed right now, Your Honor, and has no prior Mr. whatsoever, we would have to personal bond license. Is likely part of the
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Coles, this is a very serious felony allegation, sir, and the court takes into consideration a lack of capious history, lack of criminal convictions the court's aware of. Court considers the lack of employment as stated by counsel as it relates to the ability to post bond, as well as your ties to the community and the current epidemic facing the nation. The court's reviewed the investigator's report, taking those allegations and information into consideration. Mr. Coles, it's very important you listen to the court and make that Zoom hearing date so you don't get locked up just for not showing up for a Zoom hearing. Does that make sense?
Make sure I log in for it. I already know what Zoom is, my wife uses it.
Thank you. And Mr. Coles, during this bond, sir, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. For those reasons, your bond is set $7,500 personal bond. Good luck, Mr. Coles. Thank you. And DDC, it appears counsel for Mr. Glover is present, so at your pleasure, just bring out Mr. Glover whenever. Good afternoon, counsel.
Judge, how are you doing today?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay. Listen, I apologize for my appearance, but
why? Because it's no worries. You're okay, sir. They're getting, is this, okay, Mr. Drake?
Drake Glover.
Okay,
Yes.
Thank you. This is case 200-61230, People State of Michigan versus Drake Glover, also known as Drake Joel Glover. Mr. Glover, state your name, please.
Drake Joel Glover.
Thank you. Good afternoon. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Sir, Your Honor, Raymond R. Burkett, B-U-R-K-E-T-T. I'm emailing you over a copy of my appearance as we speak.
Thank you. I appreciate that, counsel. Could we get your P number so Madam Clerk can put it in the system?
Certainly. P30155.
30155?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. And as to the arraignment, counsel?
Your Honor, to the arraignment, my client will stand mute to the charges. And we will
Okay, and waive the formal reading?
I do. I'd just like to know what are the charges of?
I'll read them. No worries, counsel. I'll read the information. Mr. Glover is here charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. It's a felony allegation, carries up to 5 years or $2,500, mandatory forfeiture of weapon or device. The court will enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf and schedule a probable cause conference on November the 4th, which is a Wednesday. That's 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. That hearing on November 4th, Mr. Glover and counsel will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information, Mr. Glover, on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to bond, counsel.
Your Honor, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anything as to bond, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, Your Honor, it's my understanding, I'm very familiar with the family who's been calling me. And it's my understanding that my client does not have any criminal record whatsoever. I'm certain that if you would give him a personal bond based on my insurance, he will show up as required.
Thank you. And Mr. Glover, it's very important that you listen to your attorney, especially in that aspect, sir. The court's inclined to listen to your counsel, and it's very important that you make that Zoom hearing so you don't get locked up just for not attending a Zoom hearing. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Glover, the court takes into consideration the advocacy that your attorney has presented to the court, who has advocated well on your behalf. You have ties to the community, no criminal convictions or capious history the court's aware of. This is a very serious felony allegation, Mr. Glover, but it is non-assaultive. The court takes into consideration the current epidemic facing the nation, as well as the information alleged in the investigator's report. During this bond, Mr. Glover, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
For those reasons, your bond is set $7,000 personal bond. You'll be released on a personal bond, Mr. Glover. Counsel, anything further, sir?
Thank you for your kindness and attention, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day and be safe. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Could you give me the case number?
Oh, yes, it's 200-61230.
Thank you. Look, have a nice day.
You as well, counsel. Thank you. And Mr. Glover, good luck, sir.
Next. Addison. Mr. Addison.
Yes, sir. Lamar Hakeem Addison.
Good afternoon, Mr. Addison. You're here for case 200-61228, People State of Michigan versus Lamar Addison.
I'm Rob. We have Mr. Lamar Addison. Waiver is going to do. Mr. Addison's been advised this
Court, wait for more reading and our plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court dates in a moment. Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I'd like the court to be aware that Mr. Addison is a 28-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Michigan. Maintains he has absolutely no prior convictions whatsoever. Is gainfully employed in Rockford Recovery as a high school graduate in the community. Maintains he's not on probation or parole. And most importantly, this man will not be residing with his small
Thank you, counsel. Is employment status again? Thank you, sir. Mr. Addison, these are very serious assaultive allegations. The court is going to waive it for more reading and are not guilty plea and schedule 2 court dates, sir, that you must attend them both. A probable cause conference is scheduled Wednesday, October the 21st. You have a right to a preliminary examination the following Wednesday, October 28th. Both at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Mr. Addison, those hearings will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. If you're able to make bond before you release, you'll get information on how to connect for those hearings, but it's your responsibility to connect on time, understood?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Addison, not only these are very serious assaultive allegations, the court takes into consideration the information provided by counsel, employment status as stated as it relates to ability to post bond. You have no capious history or criminal conviction as the court's aware of. You have ties to the community. These are very serious assaultive allegations as stated, and the court has concern regarding the information alleged in the investigator's report, which includes not only assaultive allegations of physical nature, but also allegations of threats on the individual's life, which is extremely concerning, and the court takes into consideration, as well as stated, the epidemic facing our nation. Mr. Addison, during this bond, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Desiree Yvonne Anderson. That no contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact, understood?
Yes, sir. I also live there. Can I have someone to help me get my belongings?
You are not to go to that location at all. If you have a third party go to the location, you are not to have any contact. That is allowed. You're not, no contact with Miss Anderson through a third party, so no messages, no contact of any kind, and you are not to go to the location or area of Miss Anderson's residence or any form of employment or any of her locations. Is that clear, Mr. Addison?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, and if you're able to make bond, you're to be fit with the GPS tether based on the presence of threats, as well as the information in the alleged investigator's report. Not only did you allegedly threat the individual's life, allegedly hit the individual, punched in the head and face several times, and allegedly also putting a handgun into the young lady's mouth, amongst other assaultive allegations, which is concerning regarding the safety of that individual. For those reasons, bond on this matter is set in the amount $7,510%. You're welcome. Good luck, Mr. Addison.
750?
750.
750.
What about?
James Michael Turner.
Thank you, Mr. Turman, and good afternoon, sir. You're here for case number 200-61227, People State of Michigan versus James Michael Turman.
Rob Morado, we have Mr. James Turman. Waiver is going to do. Mr. Turman's been advised of this constitutional rights.
Thank you. Court waive formal reading and their plea of not guilty. We'll get to court dates in a moment, Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, Mr. Turman's a 23-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. Has no prior criminal convictions based on our Constitution. He's also gained an employee in landscape. Unless consider sending a personal bond.
Mr. Thurman, these are very serious allegations, sir. The court considers the information provided by your attorney, which includes but not limited to the lack of capious history or criminal convictions. Mr. Thurman, the court is scheduling a probable cause conference you must attend November the 4th, which is a Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. That hearing will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for the hearing before you're released, but it is your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Okay, yes, sir. So the Zoom, how do I go about doing that?
Excuse me, I apologize.
How do I go about using the Zoom?
You'll get information before you're released on how to connect for the Zoom hearing. And so, sir, there are a number of ways you can connect on a smartphone, through a computer, a laptop, iPad. It's your responsibility, Mr. Thurman, to connect on time. The court's inclined to release you on a personal bond. And you have until November the 4th is when your Zoom hearing is. So you have to figure it out, sir. If you're unfamiliar, do not wait until the last moment, because if you simply fail to appear for the virtual Zoom hearing, then you're likely you could get locked up for not showing up. So make sure and figure it out. It's your responsibility.
I'm gonna stay on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thurman. And the court considers the information, the current epidemic facing the nation, your employment status, as counsel says, relates to ability to post bond, the nature of these charges, current epidemic facing the nation, as well as the information alleged in the investigator's report. To be clear, Mr. Thurman, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. And you're going to be released on a personal bond. But based on the information alleged in the investigator's report, you're to be fit with a GPS tether prior to release. Your bond is $7,500 personal bond. Good luck, sir.
All right.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Have a seat.
Good afternoon. Your name, please.
You, Dwayne DuBois.
Thank you, Mr. DuBois. You're here, sir, for case number 200612333. People State Admission is Hugh DuBois, also known as Hugh Dwayne DuBois, Hugh D. DuBois, Hugh Dwayne DuBois, Hugh Dwayne DuBois, with an OSE, counsel.
Brian Morado, we have a list of Hugh DuBois, but it needs to be Mr. DuBois has been filed.
Court waive formal reading on our plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court dates in a moment, Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I'd like the court to be aware that Mr. DuBois is a 55-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He maintains that he's currently receiving Social Security and not gainfully employed. Whether Your Honor maintains that he's not on any probation or parole. I do see a previous conviction, Your Honor, but that conviction stems from the date of 1989, July 4th, 1989. Other than that, it looks like there's no other blemishes here in this complaint that shows any kind of previous conviction or any previous history. Your Honor, it doesn't appear that count 2 is a non-assaultive allegation, and count 1, although serious, if you look at that count in a categorical approach, Your Honor, the least culpable conduct in that count is assaulted. Yet, I'm not aware of the exact allegations, but for the record, Mr. DuBois, a 55-year-old gentleman, led in the pandemic, has been likely assaulted this personal life.
Thank you. And the court takes into consideration all the positive advocacy, Mr. DuBois, that your counsel has provided. And the court has concerns regarding, this is an assaultive allegation, sir, and not limited to, but the information alleged in the investigator's report is that upon being patted down, you allegedly stated that you were going to kill the officers and then began to spit on the officers, which is extremely serious and concerning, especially given today's time and any time. This is during the epidemic. That is very serious, concerning allegation regarding that individual's safety. Court notes your prior criminal conviction, your ties to the community. The court takes into consideration your lack of employment status as stated by counsel as it relates to the ability to post bond, as well as the epidemic facing our nation. Mr. DuBois, you're having 2 court dates scheduled. You must attend them both. Probable cause conference is scheduled October the 23rd. You have a right to a preliminary examination October the 30th. Both 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. One moment, sir. Both hearings will be heard via Zoom, Mr. DeBose. They're off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released or able to make, if you make bond. But it's your responsibility to connect October 23rd, October 30th, 8:30 via Zoom, 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Understood?
Thank you.
Thank you. Given the serious nature of these charges, the information alleged in the investigator's report, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Do not go back to the premises or area of 17141 Strasburg, Detroit, Michigan. And based on the presence of threats on individual's life and the information alleged in the investigator's report, you're to be fit with the GPS tether prior to release. For those reasons, your bond is set $5,010%. You're welcome. Good luck, Mr. DeBose. Officers, do we have any mails at 48 hours? I can't wait till tomorrow.
We have one more. We got Scott Carrell. Scott, last name Scott, first name Carrell.
No, we don't. That gentleman is not on the docket. So we're gonna.
Here.
Excuse me?
We're hearing from you guys.
Oh, well, I apologize for that. I think we've had some conversation, and that gentleman is not on the docket, so we'll meet you on the female side.
Okay. So they sent me a list with not going.
Okay, we'll meet you on the female side, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Did you get your question answered, counsel? I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay, one moment. It's busy on the female side. I don't know if you're, could you double check for us?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Kim called me back and said they had the wrong time and the computer.
They haven't brought, we haven't been able to interview them, haven't dropped on the screen. So we'll
Which one is? See, that is, oh, nothing. What's that? Not that.
We got 3 more females. We're going to female side.
Your Honor, we still haven't been able to interview the females, we just clear them, we've been waiting in front of the screen, and wait.
Okay.
We're sort of sitting down until something.
And hold. Okay.
And I'll keep you posted with that.
I appreciate it. Okay, thank you.